Welcome back, everybody, to another ASMR video game pickup video. This is the 30th, and I have a bunch of recent releases. Some of these games I already have for other systems, and when my video game collector app updated, I did not know that these games also had come out for the PlayStation 5, so of course, I did get them for the PlayStation 5 as well. I have them for the Switch, and I have them for the PS4. But before we get into the current generation of games, let us go back in time to the Sega Game Gear. I am missing 2 games for the Sega Game Gear for my personal collection. Both are impossible to find complete lately. Back in the day, you could find a bunch of the one I'm about to show without any issues. The second one I'm still missing was harder to find, but lately both of these are impossible. So I normally do not buy games in terrible condition. When I say games, I really mean the outer boxing, the outer packaging. I try to keep my games in the collection as pristine as humanly possible. But I bit the bullet on this because I haven't found this game complete in probably a year on eBay or on Mercari. And the people in the gaming community that I know, I should say in the collecting community, that I know personally, one guy had a copy, but he wanted an outrageous amount just because he knew I was looking for it. So naturally I declined. And unless I can find the goal is to find a better version at some point. But for $30, I decided to bite the bullet because the odds of me finding this might be slim and none for a long time. And the game in question is Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine for the Game Gear. Now, what is wrong with this box, you may ask? Well, it is crushed, as you can see. The top is destroyed, as you can see. It is not in the best of conditions. It's smushed on the back. But, nevertheless, I will add it to the collection, and now the only Game Gear game I am missing for the Game Gear for, again, my personal collection is Prince of Persia. Now, I have found Prince of Persia, but the European release, not the US, Canada release. So there's a difference. I with the exception of a few games, Mortal Kombat being one of them, and Parappa the Rapper really being the only other one, I only get US North American releases. I do not get PAL releases for the collection. So let's read the back. Portable puzzle fun. Evil Dr. Robotnik has invented a machine that turns good folks into rotten robots. In Mobius, the famous home of Sonic the Hedgehog, village bean folk are being rounded up and thrown into the doctor's dungeons, there to await their turn in the steamer. A challenging puzzle game. Pile up 4 bean folk from the same color clan so they can stick together and escape. 3 ways to play. Race against Dr. Robotnik's henchbots, challenge a friend, or practice on your own. Defeat jailers, coconuts, Grounder, and Scratch to reach the inner dungeons of the Mad Doctor himself. So, again, we have a mushed version of Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Now, for the Sega Dreamcast, we have a couple more games, again, that I was missing from my collection. First is the Sega Sports NFL 2K2 with Randy Moss on the cover. Feel the power of NFL 2K2. Step onto the gridiron with the swagger of a champion. NFL 2K2 brings it with a juiced offense and true-to-life quarterback logic. Match that with devastating defense and prepare to generate the power. Realistic quarterback behavior. QBs act like they do in the pros. Big guns stand and deliver, scramblers break the pocket and make plays. Play online with up to 8 people. Play head-to-head and track wins and losses to see how you measure up against opponents across the country. More lifelike animations, improved running back spinning and stiff arm moves, and better grasping and tackling on D. More lines of commentary than any NFL game. NFL 2K2 delivers an unmatched variety of situation-specific dialogue. Team-specific playbooks. Use playbooks that mirror each NFL team's style, or create your own custom plays and playbooks. So we have NFL 2K2 for the Dreamcast. And then we have the missing baseball games. We have Sega Sports World Series Baseball 2K1 with Pedro Martinez on the cover. If they can do it on the diamond, you can do it in this game. Signature batting and pitching styles for today's hottest players. Hot and cold zones illustrate batter streaks and slumps. Weather is based on seasonal atmospheric patterns. Abilities of players based on real sports data. Awesome new camera angles. Updated MLB rosters for the 2000 season. 4 great modes of play. And I don't know if you can see this, but Fenway Park right here does not have the monster seats. This was made before they installed the monster seats in Fenway. There was a mesh netting that was atop the green monster, and balls would either get hit into the netting or go over the netting altogether. And then lastly for the Dreamcast we have, with Pedro on the cover again, Sega Sports World Series Baseball 2K2. Turn up the heat. Stare down the competition in 6 different styles of long ball action, including network mode with online matchup. You've never played a baseball game with more realism, control, or depth. From the first pitch of spring training to the final out of the World Series, Sega Sports brings the heat. Modes: exhibition, season, playoffs, home run derby, franchise, and online game modes. Realism: accurate batting stances and pitching windups, player ability based on extensive ratings, player-specific accessories. Control: total fielding and lineup control. Create, sign, and trade free agents, manage your pitching rotation and bullpen, set lineups and batting order, and total control of every player on the diamond. Depth: hot and cold zones for batters, player injuries, multiple fantasy drafts for season and franchise modes. Fully licensed with every team and stadium. So lastly for the Dreamcast, Sega Sports World Series Baseball 2K2. And now for the PlayStation 5 games. The first 2 I'm going to show, I don't remember if I had in the previous video, so I'll show them again, or for the first time, if indeed I did not have them in the previous video. But sealed, which won't stay long for one of these for now, we have NBA 2K24. Now this version is the Kobe Bryant edition, and this version is the WNBA cover variant. It's the same thing on the back. The WNBA cover variant I always keep sealed since they've been doing this. The real version, or I shouldn't say the real version, the standardized version with the normal cover will always be opened. I did not go with the collector's edition this time, and the reason for that is normally I only do collector's editions when they give something physical. Like if you guys recall, and I don't know if I did it on this channel or my other channel, but the NBA 2K with Michael Jordan, last year's version, came with a signed ticket stub, I think, and a frame poster and a whole bunch of stuff. So this year was just digital currency and in-game physical items, which did nothing for me. So I just have the regular Kobe Bryant edition, but they're the same on the back. So here's what it says: see you on the court. Grab your squad and experience the past, present, and future of hoops culture in NBA 2K24. Enjoy pure authentic action and limitless personalized My Player options in My Career. Collect an impressive array of legends and build your perfect lineup in my team. Relive your favorite eras as a GM or commissioner in my NBA. Experience next-level gameplay and lifelike visuals with your favorite NBA and WNBA teams in play now. Mamba Moments. Recreate some of Kobe's most dominant and captivating performances during his rise to global superstardom. Revisit his early career and triumphs as a young phenom and progress through this transcendent journey from elite scorer to one of the greatest players of all time. The game is changing. Introducing ProPlay, a groundbreaking new technology that directly translates NBA footage into NBA 2K24 gameplay. ProPlay delivers animations and movements via on-court NBA action for a generational leap in authenticity. My career heats up. Take control of your legacy in my career and ascend from a generational talent to a Hall of Famer, chasing greatness and championships along the way. Explore a stunning tropical backdrop and flex your custom personalized style in an all-new city, rich with optional side quests and sizzling streetball competition. Manage your My Team. The classic card collecting mode is back and loaded with endless hours of customizable fun. Draw from the past and present using today's All-Stars and all-time legends to form a squad capable of dominating single-player and multiplayer modes. My Team features a collection of innovative improvements, including an all-new including an all-new salary cap mode, while maintaining its signature competitive feel. So, this has a different color on the back. It's green and purple versus purple, pink, and magenta and yellow, but it is the exact same game, as you can see. So, we have these. Next up, I did not know this came out for the PlayStation 5, and I did not know that the Collector's Edition also came out for the PS5. Had I known that, I would have waited and bought the PS5 version of the Collector's Edition, but I have the PS4. But for the PS5, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. This will stay sealed because I have it on the PS4 already. Cowabunga. And that's really it. There's nothing on the back here that really says anything, which is interesting. But anyway, we have that. Next, again, did not know this got released for the PlayStation 5, but I bought it. This will also stay sealed. But the House of the Dead remake, Limited Edition. Limited Edition. Limited. Like limited, but limited. So, the horrific arcade shooter is back. Limited Edition includes full game and lenticular and character stands and stickers. So, you have that. And for the PS5, it is sealed for now, but it will be a game that I will play as soon as I finish Mortal Kombat 1 and as soon as I finish Assassin's Creed Mirage. As Mirage comes out October 5th, we are 9 days away. I'll probably have enough time to beat all the character endings in MK1 and fool around with Invasion mode before Assassin's Creed releases. And when that does get shipped to my house, I pre-ordered it from day one right on the Ubisoft website, and I pre-ordered one of the limited collector's editions. I think even more limited than the MK1 collector's edition was, because I can't find it anywhere anymore being sold. So, but anyway, this I've heard great things about, and it caught my eye when I saw advertisements for it almost a year ago. But the game is called Lies of P, and this is a take on Pinocchio, and it is what I've been told a Souls kind of game, like a Dead Souls, or not Dead Souls, Demon Souls kind of game. So, deception shatters innocence. You are awakened by a mysterious voice that guides you through the plague city of Krat, a once lively place that has been poisoned by madness and bloodlust. In our Souls-like okay, this is terrible English. This is weird. It says, in our... I imagine they wanted to put game after Souls-like, but all it says is, in our Souls-like, you must adapt yourself and your weapons to face untold horrors, untangle the unfathomable secrets of the city's elites, and choose whether to confront predicaments with the truth or weave lies to overcome them on the journey to find yourself. So here it says, battle with twisted instruments, this right here, and develop a unique combat style to counter vicious enemies in terrain. What's in a lie? This one here says, there will be times when you will be confronted with choices. And then here, a classic reimagined. Experience the beloved fairy tale of Pinocchio, reinterpreted as a dark, grim narrative. So, Lies of P. Play this. And then lastly, I've already done an unboxing video of the game, but if you haven't seen it, I'll just show it to you here. We have the collector's edition of Mortal Kombat 1. And on the back, it says, collector's edition by course. Collector's edition includes Liu Kang's sculpture designed by Course with signature glow-in-the-dark detail and standing an impressive 16.5 inches tall. Course art prints inspired by Mortal Kombat 1. Exclusive steel case, combat pack, playable character, Shang Tsung downloadable code included. The combat pack includes 6 new playable characters, 5 new cameo characters, Jean-Claude Van Damme skin for Johnny Cage, 1 week early access to DLC characters. It's in our blood. Discover a reborn Mortal Kombat universe created by the fire god Liu Kang. Mortal Kombat 1 ushers in a new era of the iconic franchise with a new fighting system, game modes, and fatalities. Immersive story campaign. Fight through a brand new story featuring your favorite Mortal Kombat characters like you've never seen them before. Invasions. Traverse the realms of Mortal Kombat, fighting off each season's invasion and a new single-player experience. Cameo fighters. Choose from a unique roster of cameo fighting partners to assist you in battle. So that, folks, is the latest video game update video, or video game collecting video. Assassin's Creed Mirage does come out October 5th. Tekken 8 comes out in January. A new Prince of Persia game comes out in January. And Assassin's Creed Nexus comes to the metaverse, or whatever that VR system is. I have it. I forget what it's called. But the Facebook one or the Google one, whatever it is. So that comes out, I think, very soon as well. Maybe end of October, early November. And then a Mortal Kombat RPG mobile game comes out, I believe November 5th. It is called Mortal Kombat Onslaught, and it is the first Mortal Kombat RPG ever. Now, having said that, one could say that Mortal Kombat's Deception story, or not story, but Conquest mode could act as sort of a action RPG, kind of. Maybe not so much, because I don't think you could level up Shujinko in that mode, so maybe it's not considered a true RPG, or any RPG elements really for that matter. To me, though, really haven't played RPGs ever, with the exception of Ultimate Ruins of Virtue for the Game Boy, and a little bit of Great Greed. And when I say a little bit, I'm talking like a cup of coffee's worth for the Game Boy. To me, it seemed like an action-adventure RPG, but anyway. So those are some interesting mobile games coming out and slash VR games coming out. I wish they were porting Nexus to the PSVR. Be a lot easier for me to deal with that, but I'll just have to drag out my MetaQuest, I think it's called, or whatever it is, and play that when that comes out. Because, as I don't know if I've told or if you guys have heard before, but I have played every single Assassin's Creed game ever created, video game wise. Obviously, I haven't opened up any of the board game or trading card games, but the actual video games themselves, every one. So I appreciate, guys, you watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting. I try to respond to every comment or question I can. Stay tuned in the future for a unboxing for Assassin's Creed Mirage. And I have some books coming in. So I'll be doing a role play that has been requested almost a year ago by a couple of you. And I have not forgotten to do the role play for the guy who wrote, and I forget his name off the tip of my tongue here, but the guy who wrote Cirque du Freak. I have not forgotten him either. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.